So hi everyone, and thanks for watching. So whenever you're watching this, either Happy New Year's Eve or Happy New Year's. Have a great 2013. Honestly, a lot of the products that I've been enjoying have been ones that I've sort of revisited or rediscovered. So I've been going through all my products, trying to use up products that I've had sort of sitting around, going back and using stuff, and finding that I'm really enjoying them the second time or third time around. There's a few new products in here, but anyway, let's get straight to it. And something I'll first mention though is something that I've only just gotten from Christmas, but I'm gonna put it in my December fact that I've enjoyed for years, and this one is the Lancome Colour Fever Gloss. My husband got this for me. It's the 308 Mauve Fiesta. Now this one, if you've been watching my channel since the beginning, you know I've loved this for years, and I've probably used up about, this might be my 6th tube. So I've just loved it. It's not a shimmer gloss, it's just a cream finish. It's one of those blue tone pinks that I love. Probably comes off a bit more plummy on camera, but it just gives a nice sheen to the lips without any shimmer. It's a nice thick, almost opaque sort of a lip gloss, depending how you apply it. But I love it because it's not sticky, it's not tacky. It's got a beautiful fragrance. And I just love the colour and the wear on it. And I also just love the packaging. I just think it's so elegant, but also so pricey, So I haven't had it in ages, but yeah, it was on my wish list, so my husband got that for me, so I love that, and I will love that. A couple of new things that I got though are these two Essence nail polishes. You're probably sick of me raving about Essence, but I got these in Priceline. Obviously one's a sparkly one. This first one, a lovely, it's like a berry shimmer and the glitter's like the small and large sizes. But I've actually been loving to wear this one, and this is the Time for Romance over the top of this one. Another one of the sort of blue toned or dusty pinky greys that I love, and this one's What's My Name. And this is just a matte cream. Just love the combination. I love the new packaging. This is their new collection, or their new pack. It was just plain. I love how this actually matches the nail polish, and even this has the finish in it. I don't know if the camera was there. Yeah, we go. That's actually in the nail polish, and I love that sort of thing. And they're only cheap. They're only, I think, $2.30 or $2 something. They're just cheap, but good quality, I think, for the price. Okay, next thing. This is one I've revisited. Now, I've absolutely loved the Alpha H Liquid Gold. This one I got ages ago. I got the 100 mils. I was using it sort of nightly, and then, well, not nightly, every 3 nights, and then alternating it. And then because I've done so many different reviews on skincare, a lot that I haven't even posted yet, I sort of left this out of the way, and I've only recently just got back into the last 2 months, gotten back into using this one, particularly this month. But yeah, it's one of the ones that you use, say, for 3 nights, alternate it with your other skincare. I don't have any other Alpha H. I am hoping to get some samples maybe, and then I can actually do a review on it. I actually got this because I gave away the 3-pack. It was the 3-step system that I got at the ABBW, and I think that was like worth $100, but I actually gave it away to my friend who has more mature skin, and she's been absolutely loving it. And then I got jealous, so I wish I hadn't given it away. So I went out and bought this one. I think I paid about $40 or $50 for this on skincarestore.com.au, I think it was. Another thing that I've gone back to, I got this Ego QV deodorant ages ago. There's actually 2. I think there's the fragrance free and the alcohol free or something, antiperspirant. Can't quite remember, but I've loved both of them. And then of course I've been trying different sprays and stuff like that, but I find nothing really works as well as these ones. These have the biosorb crystals in it, and it's just one of the roll-on ones, and these are $3 I think at Priceline. You can get it at lots of other places you can get QV range from, but I've really been enjoying it. I love how it sort of has that staying power. It doesn't really have a fragrance. This is the fragrance free, and there's another one that you can get as well that has a slight, I think it's like a baby powder. Fragrance I've been enjoying is this one I got in the Last Habit box last month. It's the Voda fragrance, the roll-on, and it's just that citrusy, mouth-watering, like a summer cocktail sort of fragrance. I've really enjoyed this one. I was wrapped that I actually got that in the box. So Last Habit, I must admit, had pretty decent ones lately. Okay, now wipes, face wipes. I was so embarrassed when Talia from 2BFM came over and I couldn't even find any wet wipes to get the makeup off, because I've been trying to use all my little liquids that I have, like my MAC makeup remover, my CoverGirl Bioderm. I've got tons of little samples for sort of makeup removers I've been trying to use. So I went out and got a couple for December, and I've loved them. I've got the Swisspers Naturals Aloe, and this one only cost me about $3 at special at Priceline. I've actually really enjoyed them. These are really good. I actually like these better than that Olay ones that I got at Target for 40% off, I think the beginning of December. These I find a little bit wet, but I do love how they're like a slightly textured fabric, and I feel like it's kind of exfoliating, really getting the makeup out, but I just don't like how wet they are. But I do actually get a couple of uses. So what I do is I use one side when I take my makeup off, and around my neck area, my face, and then because I use something else for my eye makeup remover, but this is for obviously all the other makeup. I use one side, and then what I do is I flip it over and I just put it in a little container, a little plastic bag, what have you, and the next morning, as I'm sort of doing my makeup, I always have some sort of stuff left on my hand, or I spill something or anything. Instead of using my towel where I wipe my brushes on, I actually use that to clean up the makeup. And sometimes I get a little bit of fallout around my eye area, so I use that, the other side. So that's sort of how I use them up. To a product that I've gone back to, I mentioned this a little while, months ago, who am I kidding? The White Glow, this is the Express Whitening System. I did a review on the white pen, the whitening pen, and I'll link that down below. I think it might have just been on my blog. Then White Glow actually sent me this, it's one of those mouth guard systems, one where you can do the top and bottom, or just the top or the bottom, whichever one you want to focus on, and you put the gel in there. I'll save going into more detail for an actual review on it, but in December, I've actually loved going back to it, and I feel like it really, this camera doesn't do it justice, sort of whitening or brightening my teeth, and also, I do have discoloration still, because I don't think many people's teeth are really evenly coloured all the way around. It just really depends on sort of your lifestyle, the wear and tear on them, the wear on the enamel, etc. But mine are a mixture of sort of like the off-white, sort of yellowy, grey on my actual teeth as well. But yeah, I find that's trying to sort of get them more even, etc. and brighter for summer. That's summer smile. But yeah, I have been enjoying that. So look out for that review. Other products I've been trying to use up is I will be doing a review on the AMumReviews stuff, and this is the products I really loved during my pregnancy, and I found they were fantastic. Nothing, not even what was that cocoa butter, the Palmer's, nothing compared to, or even the bio oil, but nothing compared to the AMumReviews products that I use, especially the tummy rub and the boob tube cream that I use. Love the lemony fragrance, loved it, love the products that they used in it, and I love the effects. No stretch marks, nothing like that, but and just the feeling, the oils, all that sort of stuff. But I've been enjoying the spritz. I never actually really used the spritz when I was pregnant, because I didn't find I really had hot flushes, but I find I'm getting them now in summer. So this I've been using as more of a spritzer, like face refresher. I find a lot of the mists don't really work for setting my makeup unless they're like face seals, or particularly made, like the Model in a Bottle and the Model Co face setting spray are made specifically for that. But I've been loving this to sort of just refresh myself, keep cool. Love that one. And that is the Calming Facial Spritz. Sorry, get in there. Random. Okay, eyeshadows. Eyeshadows I've been trying to use up, but all my single ones, all my little floaty round products. These are two I've been really enjoying. The Cargo single eyeshadow, and this is the Cashmere. This is a beautiful, I love how smooth, they're not chalky, really smooth, but just velvety. And that is just a beautiful brown. I just love this for everything. In the crease, doesn't even show up on my camera. In the crease is an all over lid color, and it's a matte, but it's like a silky, if you call it like a sateen sort of finish. It's just beautiful. I love it. Love it. And this one is the Halifax. And this comes with a little bit more purpley on my camera, but it is this has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but it's mostly, it's like a demi matte, I guess you could call it. It is a beautiful dusty pink color, and again, it won't come off on my hand, but this I've loved as, again, as an all over lid color, as a highlight. as a brightening colour for over my eyeshadows. But I love these two. And two primers. I mean, trying to use up products that I've just had sitting around. This is the Australis eyeshadow primer, and this is the Kat Von D one I've had. I find actually if I use this under as my first one, it sounds a bit weird using it, but I find if I use this and this in combination, this helps hydrate my eyelid, because I find thick ones like this is a thick base. It's like when I use the MAC paint pots. I find if they're too thick, it really dries out and cakes up the eyeshadow instead of helps it stand out or stay on. It just doesn't look so good. But I find because it's so thick, this helps sort of hydrate it in combination. It's like using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. Great lasting power. Helps sort of even out my skin tone, and yes, so I love those two. I don't know why I'm making funny noises, but another product I've finally used, shall I say. I used a little bit when I first got it. This is the Mythic Oil from L'Oreal. I first got this at the Australian Beauty Bloggers Weekend last year. Tried it a few times. The thing I loved about it was just the smell, because it's like that apricot nectar or something. It's just beautiful. I think it's got avocado oil, grapeseed oil. It's got all that sort of stuff in it, and it's just beautiful. It smells absolutely wonderful. But because I was enjoying all my argan oil, Moroccan oil products, I never really felt the need to actually go and use this. But I've just used that much up in December. As much as I love my Diavro argan oil, the smell's addictive. But it leaves a little bit of a greasy feel, so you only need tiniest amount. But I've been enjoying this, and this kind of like disappeared. There was all these campaigns on it, it just disappeared. But I think it was quite pricey for what it was, but it is quite a luxurious feel to the hair, particularly my dry, now again process hair. Oh sorry, and this one, I mentioned this ages ago that I got months ago, the Lanacane Anti-Chaffing Gel. I mean, it does come in handy for those hot summer days, but no, not for the chafing. I've gotten it to use as a face primer. Because I was trying to get the Monistat one that I keep hearing from overseas. Everyone uses the Monistat one as a cheap alternative to most face primers, but I didn't want to bother having to get one from overseas, so I got one that we've got here in Australia. I just got it at my local chemist, pharmacy, drugstore. I think it was about $8, might have been, but it's one of the ones that come out obviously like those clear gels, and it's that very thick gel, so you only need, that's way too much, but you only need absolutely tiny amount. It actually reminds me of the L'Oreal Base Magique or the Studio Effects one, whatever, they're the same product, which I've done a review on. Obviously this is coloured, but it feels exactly the same. It's exactly the same velvety feel, the exact same texture, kind of like that soft marshmallowy feel to it, but it's just that coloured one. But yeah, it has the same effect, but you only need, like I said, the tiniest amount. If you use too much, it sort of pulls up on your skin, and it actually, the foundation sort of balls up on you. So if you use absolutely tiniest amount, I'm not sure if that's the cornstarch in there, but tiniest amount, I find, particularly around my oily T-zone, works wonders. Lasts just as long as any of my other primers. And it also helps with my enlarged pores, because I do have enlarged pores, particularly around my mouth area, and even now getting them on my forehead. So I find if I just smooth a little bit over, and what I normally do is I put that on first, moisturize, let that sink in, then I put on my primer. I do other bits and pieces, maybe just go grab a coffee, apply my foundation. I find it works wonders on its own, under any type of foundation, mineral makeup, etc. But like I said, let it set in, don't use too much, and yeah. So I find that's going well, and it lasts ages, because there's only 30 grams in there, but you only need a little bit. It's going to last ages, and like I said, you can use it for those other areas in summer. And oh, another product that I've been enjoying for a year, it must be a good 12 years now. Any eye gel that I've tried for nighttime, not daytime, just for nighttime treatment, is this one. It's the Olay Cucumber Eye Gel. I've loved this even when I was back at university, like in the bloody 1999 even, 1998. I think it's changed the packaging a little bit, and it might have been Oil of Ulan. Does anyone remember Olay when it was called Oil of Ulan? Or was that my imagination? yeah, Olay Cucumber Gel, 14 grams. Loved it. I grabbed this finally when it was on special. I think Big W was about $11. The price has just gone up and up and up and up. But I use that at night just a little bit, and I just find it really helps with those, like my dark patches, particularly when they're puffy, because I've just had long days, etc. And especially in summer, I just feel quite run down, and it just does wonders. And then during the day, I use my Kiehl's avocado eye treatment, cream eye treatment. Anyway, I think that's it. I think there's more, but that's just too long now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, guys. But I've, like you said, I've used a smorgasbord of products that I've gone back to, really, really enjoyed. Yes, I'm really trying to focus on using up all my sort of products, etc. So I hope you have great 2013. Take care.